Welcome. Welcome to QPAC Live, a program of the Queensborough Performing Arts Center located on the campus of Queensborough Community College in Queens, New York. Hello. How are you? I am so glad that we are together tonight. It's wonderful to be with you. Many of you know that the theater has been under renovation. We are scheduled to open in the fall, and what an opening it's going to be! It's going to be a continuous party. So much excitement, so many wonderful artists from all over the world coming together to celebrate the arts and uplift us. And that's exactly what we need. Some of the guests include, let's see, I'm going to show you, take myself out and show you some of these pictures. We've got the Modern Gentleman coming. We've got Melissa Manchester coming. We've got the Voca people coming. Folks, their brand of comedy is so outrageous, so hysterical. This is actually a picture of them at our theater the last time they were there. I'm telling you, there wasn't a dry eye in the house because they are so funny and so clever. How about Richard Marx? What about Ruben Studdard? You remember Ruben Studdard? Ruben was on American Idol a number of years ago, and he was a fan favorite. He has the most smoky, smooth, wonderful, wonderful voice. And he does a show paying tribute to the great Luther Vandross. And I'm telling you, it's a perfect match because his voice sounds so much like Luther's. It's really a tribute not to be missed. And then, of course, there are tributes and the ballet and the opera and so much more. But I'm not going to give away all of the celebrities who'll be making an appearance next season. So many of you have asked me, well, why are you still doing these virtual programs? I say, why not? No, but really, we're doing it for so many reasons. Um, well, for example, tonight it's raining in New York. Some folks may not want to go out. You don't have to. All you need to do is sit down with your favorite meal and watch the wonderful live entertainment that we're bringing you tonight. And also, I've seen on Facebook and other places, I've seen the pictures. The mandates have been lifted, and everybody's out, and they're celebrating, and they're together with friends and family. And yes, that is exactly what you should be doing, celebrating life. It's wonderful. But not everybody can get out. Not everybody is ready for the interaction, being in those situations. And so we've got you covered. If you're not quite ready, we're still here for you, and soon we'll be actively engaged in all of the exciting activities that we know and we love and can't wait to get back to. So that's why we're here. Now, we love this medium because it's interactive. In fact, let me take a look and see who's out there tonight. I see already Rosemary and Tracy and Vinny. Thank you for commenting. We're so happy. We're so happy that you've decided to join us tonight. So this is interactive, which makes it so much fun for all of us. If you have something to say, or if you have a question you'd like to ask me or our guests tonight, you can do it. Just go ahead, type in your questions below, right below the broadcast, and we'll be able to give you answers and interact with you. So gear up for a fun-filled evening. Now, these folks who we have tonight, they're backed by popular demand. I can't help but think about the duos who have come before them, like Sonny and Cher, for example. You know that when you watched them perform together, they put a smile on your face, right? Because they had something unique, something special that only the two of them shared. And and that just enhanced their performance. Or what about Steve and Edie? Hello. Oh, I have to say hello to Rosalie watching from Delaware. We couldn't be happier. Thanks for joining us. And Gloria, thanks for joining us. We're going to get to each and every one of you. But let's talk about Steve and Edie. Of course, they were a married couple. And so their familiarity, that came through. That came through when they got up on stage to perform together. What about Donnie and Marie? Siblings. Well, this duo also share something very special, and their chemistry cannot be denied. So, without further ado, I want to welcome back my friends Teresa and Brian. Come on in.
Hey,
Hey,
There
Susan.
they are. How are you doing?
Oh, so well. Thank you.
Great to be back, Susan.
I'm so glad to see you. I see Brian's in green,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Tis the day.
I,
Tis the
I
day.
have a little bit of green.
She's spotted with
I
green.
have a necklace from Ireland, actually. So
How beautiful. How wonderful. Well, just another reason to celebrate. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
I am so glad to have you guys back. I want you to tell our audience a little bit about you. Where are you both from originally, and when did you start singing? Just tell us a little bit.
Sure. Well, I'm a New Yorker. I'm from upstate New York in a little town called Elmira, New York,
Ah,
which is famous for Mark Twain is the number one guy. He's buried there. He wrote Huck Finn and all his big stories there. And Tommy Hilfiger's from Elmira. And so am I. And I moved to New York City to pursue my music career many, many years ago. And I've just been so blessed with the things I've gotten to do and the people I've gotten to meet, like you, Susan, and
aw.
and like Brian. And we happen to live in the same neighborhood in New York, and so we got close during the pandemic because of that. Actually,
Yes. Yes. We both live in Kips Bay, and we have named ourselves the Kips Bay Captain and Tennille because
Well,
that's kind of our vibe.
I could
right.
see it is your vibe, and I could absolutely see that. Tell us, Brian, when did you start singing?
Well, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, so a music city there. I started singing in high school. My best friend and I were in the Madrigals choir together, and so he was a much better singer. He had sung in church all his life, and so sitting next to him, I got to learn how to sing properly and sing parts and sing solos. So it started then, and went on to Florida State for the musical theater program there, and then from there I
Um,
moved up to New York.
It's so interesting. Tennessee, I didn't know. I did visit Nashville, and what a time I had. And I didn't realize that Tennessee has the most recording studios
Wow.
out of anywhere else in the country.
That's
That
wild.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It really right makes sense.
Yeah.
That's where folks go to record and make their music. And I remember, much like New York, but yet different. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there wasn't a street that you could walk down without hearing fabulous music coming out of the restaurants and theaters and stores and recording studios.
Yeah.
And
Honky
so
Tonk Row.
that's exactly right. And so
It's
that
funny. I'm sorry. It's funny
no,
growing up in Nashville. There was at that time there was a lot of crossover country happening, kind of like Kenny Rogers
oh,
and the people like the Eddie Rabbit. So my view of like the country crossover is probably a little more extreme than other people who lived outside of Nashville who might not have heard these songs that they were playing kind of on the top 40 more heavily in Nashville. But
Mm-hmm.
when I was growing up, the country crossover to pop was starting to happen, and
yeah.
they actually had a Nashville network. They had their own cable show, and Ralph Emery was like a DJ and a TV host of country music, and he had a show called Pop Goes the Country.
Ha,
And yeah,
It's
and
catchy.
so yeah, so it was a nice little show to be exposed to get a little more country music in my life, and I was surrounded by it. I graduated high school on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, so
oh,
I got my diploma where Dolly stood, where Hank stood, where Loretta
Wow,
stood,
that's
Patsy.
something.
Yeah, so that was a highlight.
that is such great, great history. And I mean, these are the things that make us who we are,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you
true.
know?
yeah,
So you met, but you met before the pandemic.
Oh
yes.
yeah, a couple years before we met through our mutual friend Michael Holland.
Yeah, I was doing I was doing a
Yay!
cabaret at Don't Tell Mamas. I titled it Legends of Brooklyn, and it was the music of Neil Diamond, Barbara Streisand, Barry Manilow, Carole King,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Rabbitt, who was from Brooklyn, born in Brooklyn, and Neil Sedaka. I think we threw
Right,
in there
that's
too.
right.
So I needed a Barbara Streisand, and my buddy Michael Holland introduced us, and we've been singing together ever since.
Yeah.
That is just great. So he's not only a brilliant
Right.
director, arranger,
Right.
I should say Broadway arranger. He's
Singer,
also a
songwriter.
matchmaker, singer, songwriter, and a matchmaker.
Yeah, he knew.
And
He
you
knew putting us together was a good thing. He knew it.
you could tell him I said that. You could,
I will. I'm going to see him soon.
oh, good. But now, but you both started out in classical music with classical music.
Yes. I was classically trained in high school with a private teacher. And then when I moved to New York, I continued a bit of the classic work, but I really wanted to go more pop. So I was doing both. I wanted to be more of a versatile singer. So I originally had a very high, like, coloratura soprano voice. And then but studied with a teacher and built up my chest range, my lower range,
Well, that's right. Which is
and
not an easy thing to do.
it's not an easy thing to do. No,
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
But I was also heavily influenced by the pop country stuff, the Eagles, Neil Young, Linda Ronstadt. That was my
You just named my favorite versatile singer.
oh she
She's so great.
right.
I
Oh,
mean,
no
I
one sings like her.
Blue
no,
Bayou tears me up every time.
I mean, when you said Teresa about, starting out in classical, wanting to go more pop, having to develop that voice, when you think about all of the genres that she has recorded, it's
Major
real.
hits.
I mean, major. It's real. I mean, she did songs in Spanish,
Yes.
rock and roll,
Yep.
opera, the
Jazz.
the standard jazz.
Standards,
I mean, that is
Broadway.
Broadway. I mean,
She did it all.
people don't do that,
No.
So
No.
that's what, for the folks out there, if you don't already know, that's what makes her, Linda Ronstadt, so exceptional,
Unique. You
so
have to
unique.
watch the HBO documentary on her. Just it's worth seeing.
Just her
It's
range, the power she has
Yeah.
behind her voice, and then
Yeah.
she softens it up with ease. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. And then tell me a little bit about the musical theater. So Brian, you got into musical theater. Teresa, did you? You
Yeah.
did as well.
In high school, my introduction to stage was musical theater,
Ah.
and had the leads in, the West Side Story, Evita,
Ah,
the Fantastics, the typical ingenue roles. hmm And
so
then
you,
that's
well, I never had an ingenue role. Mine was, I was always the character,
right. Sure, you were
you know. Um
with the
sure you were.
with the power voice and the
What-
yep.
Little
we
Ado
could,
Annie.
you're right. That's exactly right. But that's okay because everybody always wants what they don't have, right?
Yeah.
I never got to kiss the leading man, but
Right.
I got to do the jokes. I had the
Right.
greatest punchlines, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Those are
it
the
is.
roles that stick out.
So it's all that. Um, Brian, we talked about some of your tributes, Elvis and Neil Diamond. Do you have a certain sort of zone when you pay tribute to one of these artists, or is it just, how do you prepare to pay tribute to one of these artists?
Well, with Elvis and Neil Diamond, I can sing in their range easily. I did a Barry Manilow tribute show and kind of had to lower stuff a little bit because his voice is just a little higher. He's just stays up there a little too long because I have this voice down here, and I can hit those notes, but not all day long. So I, prepare the tracks and make sure they're in the proper keys for me, so I don't look like an idiot here.
Right, right. And Teresa, are there any artists that you've been told you sound like?
Yes, I've been told I sound like Karen Carpenter sometimes.
Oh, let's
Oh,
see.
she's
Yeah,
my favorite.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that
Well,
one sticks out because I adored her also.
yeah. Well, of course, who didn't like the Carpenters at that time, right?
Right.
During
Superstar
their
is one of my favorite songs. It's so good.
during their popularity. I mean,
And she was a drummer originally.
Oh yes.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, a great considered one of the greatest jazz drummers.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
so interesting. So, is there, Teresa, is there an artist, one particular artist that you would like to build a show around?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough one.
That
Build
is
a
tough.
show around.
Yeah.
I think who I always worshipped, as a teenager was Barbra Streisand because she was so iconic. She wasn't just this extraordinary, like no one had a range and could put over a song like she could, but also, she was a movie actress and she was a movie producer and then she became a director and she was breaking all kinds of glass ceilings and I always worshipped her for that. She was such a mega star in the 70s, mega.
And she could hold out a note forever and ever and ever.
So you would take on a Barbra Streisand
No, that's
tribute?
not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
I make her be Barbara in my Legends show, though.
Absolutely. That is just wonderful. Well, we have so much more to talk with you about, and we have folks that want to ask you questions. So without further ado, I'd like to turn the reins over to the two of you. We're looking so forward for your return performance here on QPAC Live, and then we'll be back. We'll be back to ask some of the tough questions and also to answer your questions. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm turning it over to Teresa and Brian. Enjoy.
Thanks, Susan.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight. I'm going to take a small little drink.
Yeah, we are so thrilled to be back here. And we're so thrilled that Queens Performing Arts Center is going to open up live in the fall. Cannot wait for that.
Yeah, hopefully we can get out there and see some stuff ourselves and maybe do some stuff ourselves.
Definitely.
So I think maybe let's start singing a few tunes. What do you think? All right.
Let's.
We're going to turn on the magic sound. Make sure we sound like we're pros.
Brian's also DJing at the same time, so he's wearing many hats tonight.
So you'll see me doing a lot of moving around like this. So, all right, let's try this first song, see how we do. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
It's the only thing that there's just too little of.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Ooh, it's the only thing that there's just too little of.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
No, not just for some, but for
It's the start of our show, and we are going to move into some other duets, and we are excited to sing for you tonight.
We are. We just want to spread a little love around tonight, especially with all that's going on in the world.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us in that.
All right. We're going to do a professional fade out on this guy here.
Very nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right. I'm going to move on to the next song. Let's see what we got next. Oh, a fun one. This one might make you dance a little bit. Sing with soul. Sing along with us with all your soul. Here we go.
Yeah, we want to hear you sing with us.
All right. Here we go.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's got a little intro here. Oh, you know what? If I turn the if I turn it up, it'll play. I have the volume down. Here we go. There we go.
There it is. We started this during the pandemic, right?
Yes. Yeah, this was our first one.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show.
You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
I just might have a problem that you'll understand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
I just might have a problem that you'll understand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
If there is a road you have to bear that you can't carry,
I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load
If you just call me, call
you
me,
need a friend.
call me,
Oh, baby, now
call
if
me,
you need a friend.
call me,
Ooh, yeah.
call me.
Hey, all right. That felt soulful. All right, our next song is our new Oh, who's talking to us?
It's beautiful to hear two people who have a connection perform together. So special. Oh, that's so nice, Rosemary. Thank you.
Oh, you guys are sweet.
It's really, really kind of you.
So this next song is a new one that we put together this week.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna make you want to dance. So get your dancing shoes on and get up off the couch. This is gonna be a fun one.
Or do a chair dance.
Or we'll be doing chair dances like this. So. All right, here we go.
I know you're going to remember and love this one. Just like we do.
You don't have to be a star. Baby, come as you are with just your heart, and I'll take you in. You're rejected and hurt. To me, you're worth what you have within. Oh, honey.
Now I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the love that you inspire.
You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show.
You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show.
Somebody nobody knows
Somebody,
but still
somebody.
the tune that you want to hear. So stop your running around, 'cause now you've found what was cloudy is clear. Oh, honey.
There'll be no cheering from the crowd,
Just two hearts beating out loud.
There'll be no parade, no TV or stage. Only me for your night and day.
You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. Ooh, that was kind of a deep note there. This is the Barry White version, I guess. You don't have to be a star.
You don't have to be a star.
Don't think your star has to shine for me to find out where you're coming from. What is a beauty queen if it don't mean I'm your number one? Oh, honey.
Now I don't need no superstar, 'cause I'll accept you as you are. You won't be denied, 'cause I'm satisfied with the love that you inspire.
You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. All right.
Oh, one of my favorites.
That was fun. I'm glad we have that in our pocket, in our back pocket now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I've been wanting to do that with you for a long time.
You know what? This next one, we're going to slow it down. We got a little kind of a love song. It's kind of a heartbreak, but need.
Is that this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is our next to the newest one we've done.
Yeah, this song is special for us. This one really resonates in our chemistry, in where our sound lives in our body, I think.
Yeah. Should we do it? Should we give it to him?
Yeah.
We're going to give it to you. Here we go.
How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast?
How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say?
And since you know we're always changing, how can it be the same?
And tell me how, year after year, you're sure your heart won't fall apart each time you hear his name.
I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never.
The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever.
Forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music never ends.
I know
How do you keep the
the way I feel
music
for you
playing?
is
How
never
do you make it
the more I love, the
last?
more that I'm
How
afraid
do you keep the
that in
song
your
from
eyes I may
fading?
not see
Keep
forever.
the song from fading too
Forever.
fast. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music never ends. How do you keep the music playing?
Tell me how.
I'll tell you how. Ooh.
Do you keep the music playing?
Over and over. Ooh.
Tell me how.
How?
Do you keep the music playing?
Over and over. Oh, I like singing that one. You get to scream a lot in that one. At least I scream a lot.
No, we weren't screaming. We were pleading.
We were
It's
pleading.
a difference.
Please give me your love. All right. So it seems like there were a couple of broken hearts in there. Let's run it back a little bit.
All right.
Before Broken Hearts happen with this next tune that might make you dance a little bit.
Huh?
A little bit. Just a little
I
bit.
love seeing you live musically. Oh, hi, John Paul.
Hey!
Hey, our friends from
Hey!
Valhalla are in the house.
Oh.
Hey, that's Loretta and Mike and JP that gave me this necklace from Ireland. Thank you, guys.
John Paul, you always catch me when I'm at work. I can never text you back. All right. All right.
Your voices blend so beautifully on that number. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. We love that song so much.
Thank you. All right, let's throw down with some fun, dancey pre-heartbreak song. How about that?
Yeah, when you're madly in love with each other.
All right, here we go. Don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
Oh, honey, if I get restless.
Baby, you're not that kind.
Don't go breaking my heart.
You take the weight off of me.
Oh, honey, when you knock on my door.
Who I gave you my key.
Nobody knows it.
Nobody knows it.
Oh, when I was down.
I was your clown. Ooh. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows it.
Right from the start.
I gave you my heart. Oh, I gave you my heart.
So don't go breaking my heart.
I won't go breaking your heart.
Don't go breaking my heart. And nobody told us.
'Cause nobody showed us.
And now it's up to us, babe.
Oh, I think we can make it.
So don't misunderstand me.
You put the light in my life.
Oh, you put the spark to the flame.
I got your heart in my side.
Woo-hoo. Nobody knows it. But when I was down,
I was your clown.
ooh, nobody knows it.
Nobody knows it.
Right from the start.
I gave you my heart. Oh, I gave you my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
I won't go breaking your heart.
Don't go breaking my heart. All right, we're gonna dance. Nobody knows it. But when I was down,
I was your clown.
right from the start,
Oh, I gave you my heart. Oh, I gave you my heart.
hey, don't go breaking my heart.
I won't go breaking your heart. Don't go breaking my.
Don't go breaking my heart. Don't go breaking my. Don't go breaking my.
I won't go breaking your heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my. I won't go breaking your heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my. I won't go breaking your heart.
All right. Woo.
That is such a fun one.
Oh, that made me sweat a little bit.
Elton John and Kiki D.
Kiki D. That was a great day in her life.
It sure was. Yep, she's still reaping off of that day.
And that video is fun, just them two singing. And
Really fun, and I love her jumpsuit. And
Oh, yeah.
he had a jumpsuit on too. I
yeah, he
think.
probably was trying to like wear her wardrobe. I bet is what it was.
Something
You never know.
similar. Yeah.
All right. I feel like a little more heartbreak. What do you think? A little more heartbreak? Or let's look at some.
What's next?
Oh, we got the.
Oh,
This is
well,
from.
this is the song that kind of brought us together.
Yeah, this is from the Legends of Brooklyn, and it's two legends. Actually, they each recorded it solo.
That's right.
There's a little story behind this, and so it's Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand. Each recorded "You Don't Bring Me Flowers."
Went to the same high school in Brooklyn.
Yeah, didn't know each other though.
No, didn't know each other.
So they each recorded a solo version of it, and there was a DJ that mixed the two together,
Right.
and it was so good and inspiring. They
Brilliant.
went in the studio and they did a duet version.
Divine.
And we're going to show you what that's like right now. All right.
You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
You hardly talk to me anymore when I come through the door at the end of the day.
I remember when you couldn't wait to love me. You used to hate to leave me. And now after loving me late at night,
When it's good for you, babe, and you're feeling alright,
well, you just roll over and turn out the light. You don't bring me flowers anymore.
it used to be so natural
Used to be
to talk about forever. But used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor and sweep them away.
Baby, I remember all the things you taught me.
I learned how to laugh and I learned how to cry.
Well, I learned how to love and I learned how to lie.
So you'd think I could learn how to tell you goodbye.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
So you'd think I could learn how to tell you goodbye. You don't say you need me.
You don't sing me love songs.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
Now we're back together again.
Gosh, that one is such a classic of all time.
Oh, yeah.
It's an honor to sing it with you.
Oh, you too. I guess they only sang it live once on like the Grammys or something. Is that
No,
right?
she did a special in her backyard.
Oh, and
she
he
did
sang
a
there too?
concert, and he came out, and they were in white. Oh my
Right.
God, they were both so hot. You have to look this up on YouTube. They were just phenomenal, and it's a shame they didn't tour or do something.
Oh, I know.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, they should have.
They should have. They robbed the audience of that gift.
Damn them.
Gosh dang it. Well, that's all right. We'll do it for them.
We'll do it for them. And you know what? We're getting to, our last song.
Is it? Is it? Oh, wow. This goes so fast.
It's an up-tempo, fun little love song. It'll make you dance.
Oh my gosh, from one of my favorite movies.
Dirty Dancing.
All right. Let's see what this does
This
to
is
your
a crowd
soul.
pleaser.
Yeah.
I did a lot of weddings back in the day.
Now I had the time of my life. No, I've never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you.
'Cause I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Yes, I do.
Let me tell you something. I've been waiting for so long. Now I finally found someone to stand by me.
We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy. Yeah.
Now with passion in our eyes, there's no way we could disguise it secretly. So we take each other's hand, 'cause we seem to understand the urgency. Just remember,
You're the one thing
I can't get enough of.
So I tell you something.
This could be love, because I've had the time of my life. No, I've never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. Hey, baby,
Baby, with my body and soul, I want you more than you'll ever know.
so we'll just let it go. Don't be afraid to lose control.
Well, you know what's on my mind when you say, stay with me tonight.
Stay with me and remember, you're the one thing
I can't get enough of.
So I'll tell you something. This could be love, because I had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you, 'cause I've had the time of my life, and I've searched through every open door.
Never felt
Till I
this
found
way.
the truth, and I owe it all to you. All right, dance break here.
We love you, Susan. We love you, QPAC. Thank you all for being here out there in the cyber audience. Hope to see you live very soon.
That was my saxo solo. Now I had the time of my life. No, I've never felt like this before.
Never felt
Yes, I swear
this way.
it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I had the time of my life. No, I never felt that way before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you, 'cause I had the time of my life, and I searched through every open door
Never felt
till
this
I found the truth, and I owe it all to you. All right.
Yay!
Thanks, Michael.
Hooray!
Thank you very much.
I wanted to keep that up so you could see that comment. Rosalie, great fun. I want to give a shout out to a special lady Regina Vogelman is here tonight, and she says beautiful, lovely, wonderful. What, you know, I'm listening to you. I'm having a ball. And Michael was right. The selections are beautiful. The way your voices blend. I think it was Ellen who pointed that out. The way your voices blend um, is so special. But I have to tell you, I'm sitting here and thinking, I want more. I want more. What is it more I want? What is it? I need more. What? And then it hit me. You have to have your own talk show.
Oh my God, that would be a blast.
Or like your only weekly show. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I love that you're here to perform on QPAC Live. We feel so fulfilled when you perform for us. But I'll tell you the truth. You need to do a weekly talk show, sing. You need to do it. And I'll tell you why. You really have something special, more so than just your singing. The way the two of you interact with each other, and not only that, but you don't even realize it. But you're commenting, you don't realize it. Your comments are so natural and so playful. For example, Brian would say, I really like this song. And then Teresa, you would say, I really do too, Brian. We've got to do this song more of. There's such a natural flow that happens between the two of you. And I'm telling you, I don't just hand out compliments for free.
Thank
Know
you.
that.
Thank
There
you.
is-
I
yeah.
love her. I love
Ye-
her.
yes, there is a natural flow between the two of you. And I, for one, would like to see more of that. And folks, if you're watching and if you feel the same way I do, let us know.
Oh,
And
that's great. Yeah,
we're
tell
gonna
us your
answer just a
ideas.
I must tell you, and we're going to answer just a few more of your questions. Vinny says the key is that you're both so comfortable in your own skin. It's
Ah.
lovely
That's
to watch.
interesting.
And that is how it feels, Vinny. I agree with you. Rosemary had a question. I'm just going up now to find it. She wants to know what was the first song you sang together? And do you have a favorite? Thanks, Rosemary.
Well, our first song together was probably "You Don't Bring Me Flowers" for the show that I was doing at Don't Tell Mamas. Our first virtual thing that we did was "Lean on Me," and actually, she was in Florida at the time
During
and
the pandemic.
Yeah, it's right at the beginning of the pandemic. We were like, we got to do something, and so
Oh, I begged him.
I had the technology, so I was like, I sung my part, and I think I sent it down to her, and I was like, just send me your voice singing it.
Right.
And she recorded it on her iPhone, and the
On my
quality was
phone.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And I juiced it up in the recording program a little
He's the
bit.
Gear King.
And it came to a close match to what I had, so we decided to throw it up there, and it became really fun. And that was the first of our, gosh, we've done 4, 5, or 6 of those since
Videos,
then.
right, like
I
split videos.
remember you doing that.
Mhm.
And that was so, yeah. I mean, you were doing that before anybody else even attempted to.
We were early on, yeah. We
Early
were early
on,
on
we
in the
were.
pandemic. We
Mhm.
started doing that. So kudos
Listen,
to us.
Yeah,
And it was a survival mechanism also, really.
Oh, yeah. We had to
You
do
know,
something.
I'm glad you said that. I just want to touch upon one thing of a slightly more serious nature. Folks in the audience, they see what you show them. They see the joy, they see the passion, they see the smiles, they see what we as artists show them. But what I want our audience to know, because there are folks out there who may be going through a little rough spill. And what I want our audience to know is that all of us artists have overcome something or are in the process of overcoming something. We may even be struggling with something at the very moment, at the very same moment that we stand in front of you and we put on a smile and we give you our best, because that's what we do as artists. And I want to say that the two of you do this so extraordinary. I don't know if you want to share a personal triumph over, you know, over adversity. But I think it's important to note because we see, and we see it on Facebook. We see all the fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
But each of us has something to overcome, and it just goes to show really what exceptional artists you are. If you care to share something with us, we're listening.
Oh, sure. Well, thank you for that gentle intro, and I think it is important. You're right, especially what the world's going through right now. We all are struggling and overcoming something, and it just so happens that almost 20 years ago, coming up June 11th, I you can't see, but I'm an amputee. I was a pedestrian here in Manhattan and was standing on the corner of 34th Street and Park Avenue on a beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And unfortunately, out of nowhere, I was hit by an impaired driver of a Ford Explorer. He made an illegal U-turn and ended up crashing into me. And that injury took my leg off at my hip joint. So yeah, it's been an incredible journey. You can Google me to see, kind of what I've been going through the years. I've gotten to work with our wounded military, and just recently, I've been a guest adjunct professor at Yeshiva University, teaching at Katz's School of Science to physician's assistants, teaching specifically how to have empathy towards your patients and how to communicate with your patients. So
That
it's
you
been
are
quite a journey.
such an inspiration, and I know that you just sharing that story, that you've really touched the hearts of so many of us out there, who need to see your triumph. um, and I agree with you. Empathy is so important. It's amazing. We go about our daily routine, um, without giving thought, sometimes um to the folks around us who may need someone to lean on, right? So
Always.
thank you for doing that so well. Brian, is there anything you'd care to share with us?
Well, mine's. I was having a bad day last week, actually a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to shut myself out of the world for a while, and a buddy of mine called from Nashville and said, "Hey, there's these people doing this musical, and they want some, Broadway type voices and stuff like that." And I was inclined to say no because I was just having a bad couple of days. But I said yes, and I said maybe it's going to be a welcome distraction that I need, and it was. The music was new and original, so I got to focus on it, got to take my mind off of the daily grind, and I'm glad I did it. I recorded 3 songs with him so far. I recorded my part here and email it to them, and they plug it in to their system, and we have all these three numbers that we've done so far, ensemble number and a couple of duets, and I've really enjoyed doing that, and it really took me out of that place, and actually since then I've been feeling great.
Can I also share that you just recently lost over 100 pounds?
Oh yeah, I lost 105 pounds.
Did you forget that, Brian?
He did.
I forgot 105 pounds.
You
What
sexy thing.
During the pandemic, actually, one of the best things to happen to me was I became diabetic, because I started having cinnamon toast for breakfast and margaritas for dinner, and so my sugar went, and they put me on this medicine. You probably hear the commercial every 5 minutes. Oh, 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 Ozempic. And it was a game changer. It really regulated my system and allowed me to not feel hungry all the time or obsess on food. And since May, I've lost 105, 6 pounds in that area.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
And I
is
didn't-
why we're here.
And I didn't work out. I was just working and living, and basically kind of was doing intermittent fasting, really, and that was the key to it. But
This is why we're here. It's a Thursday night. You may not be out partying it up. You may be feeling like you want to connect, and we're making it possible.
yes,
That's why
It's
we're
so
here.
awesome. It's awesome. of
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Brian.
Thank
You're
you, Susan.
inspirational. My
We're
pleasure.
we're all part of the chain.
We're all part of the chain. And this has been really, truly glorious. We'd love to have you back. Pick a day. Pick a
You got it.
day.
You got it.
And
Soon.
and soon. And until then, and give it some thought. We need to see more of the two of you. Yes, Michael, blessings to you as well.
Yeah.
Until we meet again, folks, have a good evening and keep smiling.
Thank you,
We
Susan.
love you.
God
Love
bless
you all. Love you.
God bless.
Bless everyone.